And it's time for another problem. Okay, so let's get right into the video and solve this problem. This is going to be a very short and simple one, so let's see how we are going to tackle it. So today's problem is number of segments in a string. Okay, so um, the question is given a string s, right? Return the number of segments in the string. A segment is defined as a contiguous sequence of non-space characters. So let's take a look at this example. Example 1. So it says, hello, my name is John. And the number of characters is, the number of segments is 5, meaning hello is 1. This, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so supposed to be hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, right? And then number 2, example 2, which is hello, the output is 1. It has only one segment. Okay, so you might be thinking right now that this question is very, very simple. Like, you can just retain the string, and then maybe you can split it into a list, you can convert it to a list so that you can you can use the dot length. You can use the dot length property on it so that you can just retain the list, the length. It's going to work for some problems like this one. So what I did here was, first of all, you convert the string into a list or an array, right? And then you retain the length of the array, right? So that's what I'm doing here, and it's for this question is correct. So let's submit it, and then you see some tricky parts of this problem. Okay, so you see over here, there's nothing in the string, but I retained 1 because I was splitting this thing into a list. So eventually I had double quotes in it. I had I had a space in it, but and then my output, the expected output is 0, but mine is 1, which is wrong. So how are we going to do is, you might be thinking that, okay, since this can be given to us, we can just do an if statement. If the s is equal to just this code, then you retain 0, right? That's the expected number to be retained. So let's submit it, and then you see another problem that we have now. Okay, you see this now has a lot of spaces between them, but the expected is 0. But over here, I'm outputting 17 as the length of this string. So how can we go by how can we go about it? So what I did was first of all, I'm going to convert it. Okay, I just cleared it. Okay, so I'm going to convert it into a list first, right? And then I will trim the list, my new list now. So trim is like, maybe you have something like um no, hold on, we are going to trim it first, sorry. So we trim it first, and then we can convert it into a list. So maybe you have a string, maybe a string of Samuel, right? But over here we have a space between the beginning and then s. So if you are trimming it, then it's going to remove all spaces between this parts, and then over here to if there's a space between there. So we are going to trim it, and then over here we are going to get something like Samuel, right? So without any spaces. And then we can convert the list into a string. So let's say over here we had Samuel, and then we had Sam. Okay, It's going to convert it into a list. So over here we are going to get something like Samuel, and then we are going to get Sam over here too. So what if we had, okay, we have this space here, right? So what we can do over here, after converting it into a list, we'll be getting space, comma. So we have one item over here, another item over here, and another item over here. But over here it's supposed to return two segments, which is Samuel and then Sam. Over here I'll be returning, if you stop here, I'll be returning three segments because I have a space here. I have Samuel and then I have Sam too. So what do we do then? Okay, so what I did was to filter my list, right? I'll filter my list, and then I'll return all the objects, and then I'm going to leave out the now values, the empty values, the undefined, um, you know, all those numbers that will give us false in JavaScript. Okay, so that, and then you finally return the new list dot length. So that's how we are going to go about it. That's just it. Okay, so we can literally do this on just one line. Okay, we can literally do this on just one line. So but let's break it down. Okay, then later on I'll do this just one line, and then we go away. So first of all, we are going to trim our string, right? So we just trim is equal to s dot trim, right? We just trim it, and then second of all, we are going to convert the trim value into a list, right? So we let our new list be equal to our trimmed dot split. We are going to split it into a list, and then we filter out this new list, and then we are going to return all the objects except the nows and then undefined and whatever, all these values except these ones. So how are we going to go about that? We let filtered to be equal to our new list dot filter, right? And then we get our item over here. So we are going to iterate over all these items. Okay, so that's why we can get our item over here, and then we are going to return all the objects in it. That means Samuel, Sam, and then we leave out this empty space. We leave out now. We leave out undefined. We leave out anything. So we are going to return. So what we can do in JavaScript, we have something like this, and then item. So what this literally does is, if you have this in JavaScript, this means false. If you have this, it means false. If you have this, it means false. If you have this, it means false. But what we can do to make it true, okay, so it is false because in JavaScript it is a default something. It's false because I think we are not comparing it to any number here, so it will automatically give us false. But if you want it to return true, that means the thing is an object. You can put double exclamation marks before the thing, the object, right? So if you do something like double undefined, this will literally give us false. This one will give us true. Okay, so it goes like that. And then we are going to return our filtered dot length. That is it. That's all, guys. That is it. Boom, there we have it, guys. This is easy as it's as easy as ABC. So yeah, so let's try to do this on just one single line, and then let's see how we are going to go about that one too. So over here we are just going to return, first of all we trim it, so s dot trim, and then we split it into a list, right? Yeah, so we split into a list, then we filter it, right? We get an instance of every item in it, and then we are going to return all the items, all the objects in the list, and then we do a dot length on it. That is all, guys. That is all. That is simple as it can be. Okay, so as you can see, I have my runtime is 89 milliseconds. That's pretty awesome. That's okay. It's faster than 57.44 percent of JavaScript online submissions. Okay, so that's good too. Okay, so see you guys on another video, and make sure you subscribe and hit on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, I'm out.